this is to General Ford. I remind you that you are interfering with presidential authority.
I think what makes Wolfgang unique is his ability to combine a big canvas with an awareness of how important small moments are in terms of the actors and the acting. That ability to create a big canvas and at the same time hold a magnifying glass up to an individual actor in the middle of all of that, and to have us drawn to both at the same time. There's a child in Wolfgang. I mean, he has a kind of child's imagination. If I had to guess, I would guess that he's never forgotten his childhood nightmares.
A lethal airborne virus finds its way into the United States in Petersen's 1995 release of Outbreak, starring Dustin Hoffman.
And we're shooting about a week, and suddenly, or 2 weeks, and Wolfgang says to me, I'm going to stop. He takes me for a walk down the road with tanks all around us and says, I'm going to stop shooting. I'm going to call a halt on the shooting. And I said, how come? He says, the script is not working. You know, rewrites are usually happening when you're shooting many times, and he did not like it. And he said, I just want you to know, and so you do what you have to do. And I said, well, of course I'll stand by you. And he called the studio, and we stopped shooting for about a week.
On the other hand, then, I mean, Dustin was wonderful. I mean, we had, against, you know, despite his reputation, he was very good. I mean, he helped a lot. And again, Rene Russo was in the film, Morgan Freeman. They all helped a lot to in the morning to get into these pages, and that we, you know, sat together and worked on it to try to make it, you know, shorter and shorter, and polished it. And so at one point I even said to Dustin and Rene, we have to shoot a scene between you and Rene at home, and we don't have a scene. So why don't you? And it's so fast, everything so quick. Why don't you go and write a scene for it? So they did it themselves, and then our writer came in because he was busy with other stuff, and rewrote that again, and then we shot it. And so, oh God, it's a nightmare. It's no good. No good. I don't do that ever again. But then the film became my most successful film so far. I mean, sometimes it's weird.
Get over there, get over, move over.
You're scaring him, Louis.
That's because you let him get on the couch.
Here.
Okay, we can go now.
How long are you keeping the dogs?
Sam, the dogs are going with me to Atlanta.
But they're my dogs, too. I miss them.
Okay, do you want the dogs, Sam? Because they either go with me or they stay with you. We're not going to split them up, and we can't share them. You decide.
Negotiation.
Okay.
Wait. You win. You keep them.
When I met Dustin first in a restaurant in Brentwood, we were talking, the meeting was a general meeting about, let's do something together.
So by the time we got to dessert, I was saying, so what are you working on now? And he says, well, I've got this project I'm very frustrated about called Outbreak. And none of you guys want to work. I said, what do you mean? He says, all you superstars. You know, Harrison Ford, Mel Gibson. And I said, well, you didn't send it to me. He said, well, you're not. I used to do an impersonation of Wolf, and he said, well, you're not like them. I said, no, I'm not. I said, but, you know, I said, send it to me, I'll read it. I never get offered those parts, for obvious reasons.
And I got very excited within, you know, in our conversation about casting a little bit against type, and so did he.
And he sent it to me, and I called him the next day, and I told him I thought it was really interesting material. He said, would you be interested in doing it? I said, maybe. And I said, if you really want to change it around, because it's not written for me, it's written more for a kind of Stallone archetype. I said, that's kind of not for me. I said, I'm interested in playing a kind of action character, if you will, from a kind of reality base. In other words, anybody in the audience up against what I'm up against in the movie feels that they could possibly do it.
Open your eyes. Open. Look at me. Casey, right here. Here I am. See me? There you are. There you are. How you doing? Huh?
I had a wonderful dream, Annie.
Yeah?
You were there. You were there.
Stay here. Stay with me. Yeah, you were there too. You had about 106 fever. We're going to take you down, okay?
Yes, he is a perfectionist. He does enormous amount of research. I mean, it's all funny. I mean, he has, I mean, tons of books about all kinds of things about his research about medical things and viruses and everything. But Dustin was always going, you know, sort of reading all this stuff. It's important for, you know, and it was important for him. That's true. That's the way he works, and it makes him feel better about what he's doing.